Now the next one, guys, is worth 8 marks. The next one, and this is worst case scenario. I mean, I'm not saying it's highly impossible that you would. It's highly unlikely that you might see something like this, but it's not impossible. So let's do it. Remember, we're going to try and leave no stone unturned, guys. We want to try and be as thorough as possible to cover this in as much detail as possible. Okay, so here we go. We've got a graph here. I give you the graph is given, we give you the asymptote here is 2, I give you a function coming down this way, I tell you this, the one coordinate here is -1 and 0, and I give you another coordinate here, I tell you this is 0 and -8. Right, I tell you that the graph is given by h of x is equal to -2d, x minus p plus q. For 8 marks, guys. For 8 marks, find the value of dpq, dpq, or basically find the equation of that exponential. Okay, so pay attention. Hope you've taken this one down, and let's get started. Remember, guys, I know many of you are working, you've got your books. As I'm explaining, do not write. Please make sure that you listen to what I'm saying. You're following the process. You cannot be writing and understanding at the same time. That doesn't work. Writing is the last part of understanding. You need to listen to what I'm telling you. You need to focus. You need to see how the process is. Then you got to pause the screen after you've recorded it, and then you got to take it down. Writing is the last part, guys, because if you are busy writing while I'm talking, forget about it. Nothing is going in there. Okay, so pay attention and listen to what I'm telling you. Okay, where do we start here? In your answer. Right, I've got 2 coordinates. We already know the q value is my asymptote. And what's my asymptote here? 2. So I already know that that q value is 2. Q is equal to 2. Okay, so what do I have? I've got h of x, y is equal to, h of x is y, minus 2d x minus p. We already got the q value of 2, so I just plug it in here, plus 2. We're now short of d and p. These are the only 2 values that we are short of. So what do? Pay attention. We draw a line here. We do our first coordinate here, -1 and 0. -1 and 0. Our second coordinate, 0 and -8. Now let's start with the -1 and 0. And let's plug it into here. This is x, that is y. So 0 is equal to -2, d, what is x? -1 minus p plus 2. We now need to solve for d. So -2d minus 1 minus p is equal to plus 2, will come on the other side as -2. Divide by -2, divide by -2. d to the power -1 minus p is equal to -2 divided by -2 is 1. What do we know? 1. We want to make the bases the same. So d to the power -1 minus p is equal to the number 1. To base d is d to the power 0. Because we know any base to the power 0 is 1. So now that my bases are the same, I cancel the bases. And I'm left with -1 minus p is equal to 0, minus p is equal to 1, p is equal to divide by -1, p is equal to -1. So there I go, I've got my -1. I now take the -1 and I plug it back into here. So now I got y is equal to -2, d, x, minus p, minus 1, plus 1, plus 2. I now substitute my second coordinate for x and y. So this is x, that's y. -8 is equal to -2d, x is 0, plus 1, plus 2. We're now going to be solving for d. So -8 minus 2, minus 10 is equal to -2d to the power 0 plus 1 is 1. Divide by -2, divide by -2 because you only want d. So d is equal to -10 over -2, d is equal to 5. Game over. We now got dpq. We now take all these and we plug it in. Your final equation is y is equal to -2 times d5 x minus -1 plus 1. That's your p value, plus q plus 2. Boys and girls, you could get 6 to 8 marks for that. Okay, that's worst case scenario. That is worst case scenario. So please guys, please ensure that you understand this.